Hello and welcome back to the What They Said Influencer Marketing podcast, the one that you've been waiting diligently for, I am sure. I am back from Cannes. I actually don't know when this is going out, this episode. So what you've missed is we went to Cannes, we recorded some episodes, we're keeping the caliber of guests exceedingly high. And I'm really excited for today's guest. But before I introduce her, who's waiting very patiently in the wings, please make sure you review this podcast. And I would ask you to leave a very positive review, because if you don't, I will find you. No, I won't find you. I'm not paid enough to invest time outside of hours to hunt you down. But it means a lot. And we've really enjoyed this season. And I think we're going to keep rolling with it. So please do subscribe, like it, do all of the things. And we'll invade your ear holes every week. Without further ado, though, I would like to introduce a brilliant guest today, Nisha Mathews from Google Creative Works. Welcome, Nish.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you excited to be here?
Yeah, I am. It's actually my first podcast. So, yeah, I'm super excited.
I feel quite lucky to introduce you to the world of podcasting.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to do that too. Like, yeah, it's something I've always wanted to do. And obviously just love talking about the platform, love talking about what we do. So, yeah, brilliant way to be able to talk about it.
Yeah, perfect. And also, Nish, could you tell us a little bit about what your role is and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So my role, I'm a creative business lead in the Creative Works team at Google, but specifically work on YouTube. And I guess my role is to just make ads on the platform or help clients create the best ads they can that people actually want to watch, like make them awesome and make them fit for the platform. And make sure they're kind of the most creatively effective increase creative effectiveness, I guess, on the platform.
Perfect. I absolutely love YouTube.
Good.
I think it is. I'm not just saying
start.
that.
Good start.
It is a brilliant start. But I love YouTube, and I think long form content is and always will be where my passion is.
Yeah.
And it feels like YouTube over the years has been such a enabler and empower of creators. And it's really exciting to see this next evolution of how Google is continuing to lean into creators, support what are effectively small businesses, continue to be at the heart of really awesome ads, like you just said.
Yeah.
So cheers to that.
Yeah,
We've
cheers.
got our little ocean bottle.
Love this.
Not sponsored. Iced coffees, because it's very hot in this studio. So we're going to try and power through this.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining, Nish. I feel like we've got a lot to chat about. And we're going to dive into everything from strategic thinking right up to creative. And also, we're going to touch on YouTube Shorts, which has been around now for about 4 or 5 years and is doing big numbers, which I think goes under the radar of a lot of people. And where Creative Works comes into it is how brands, it's helping brands sort of connect and leverage creators and the platform really effectively.
Yeah.
Nish, could you give us a high-level view of how YouTube supports brands or content creators and how that's evolved and how your role fits into that picture?
Yeah. So YouTube's obviously, it is the home of creators. So we've always supported creators in the best way that we can. So by providing them with kind of all the help and the access to the platform and of course tools as well. And creators love being on the platform, as you said yourself, as a creator, you know, it is one of their kind of favorite platforms to kind of, especially to produce long form content. So the support is there from a kind of partnerships point of view. From a brand point of view, we've got such an array of different ways to get involved with creators on the platform. So you've got all the way from what we do from an ads perspective, which is creator takeovers. So you can have like 100% share of voice, roadblocker creators channel, which works so well and such an effective way to be part of a creator's space and kind of tap into their audience. We've got partnership ads, which is taking kind of creators' organic content that mentions the brand or that has the brand affiliation in it and then boosting that on the platform, all the way to custom creator ads, which is working with the brand, an agency if they're involved, plus the creator to really build that kind of custom creative that's fit for the platform, fit for the audience, that kind of marries that kind of what the creator wants to do plus what the brand wants to do and what the audience want to see. You've got that kind of sweet spot. Those are the ads that make me really, really excited because I think they're just so powerful in terms of the authenticity and Like one of the things that I love about my job is creating ads that don't feel like ads. And I think those are the most effective ones that work on the platform.
That secret sauce.
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting to hear you touch on those points, because from an agency perspective,
Yeah.
and having been in the space 12 years, yourself been in it a long time, there's been a lot of education around how to effectively work with content creators,
Yeah.
influencers, YouTubers, whichever hat fits.
Yeah.
And then how can we do that awesome content that is really creative, cuts through and drives performance.
Yeah.
And I think often people think they're not mutually exclusive. They can't do all of these things at once, when actually, like you said, an ad that doesn't feel like an ad, it feels additive to their audience, and the content is authentic.
Yes.
And I know it's 2025. We're still mentioning the word authentic.
I know.
And actually the word was, let's be authentic. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
We're still doing this.
Yeah.
I think it's really important because, as you know, audiences are far more discerning than they've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're putting really clunky partnerships forward, it will never work, and it undermines what we're trying to achieve. So I think it's really refreshing to hear platform side, you're backing the same approach as
100%.
agencies. Because I think over the years we've seen the likes of Meta and other platforms, you could almost say treating influencers with contempt in terms of not keeping them up to date with platform developments, the roadmap. 1 minute it's reels, 1 minute it's static posts and carousels. YouTube's always been very clear. I remember back in the day when the subscription feed changed and it went to an algorithm-based piece, which has now become obviously de facto in terms of how people browse social.
Yeah.
So I think YouTube's always been exciting, and I think to see that influencers continue to be supported by a platform that I think has paid billions to influencers and obviously media outlets over the past few years. Everyone harps on about the TikTok Creator Fund, which pales in comparison to what YouTube pays creators, which does mean they can be more picky about the brands they partner with, right? So that gives you a lot more scope to do more interesting stuff.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, I would say, yes, they can be picky, but I think at the same time, I want to believe that actually what we do on the platform is for all brands at any stage of what they're trying to do. And I think that's the thing with where we're at with creators, is it should be kind of democratized for brands and for creators in terms of how they get involved. And I think it just should be for anyone who can kind of, do that. But obviously from a kind of investment perspective and an ads perspective, it takes time, it takes kind of dedication to like create the right thing. But yeah, definitely the important thing is choosing the right creator for the right brand and making sure that there's got to be another word for authenticity, right? I just want to say like
credible,
trust. Yeah, like building that connection and making sure that they are trusted partners. I think that's what it is. I think it's making sure brands aren't picking creators for the sake of picking a creator that follows just a trend at the time. It's like, is that creator right for you? And I think creators think the same, right? Is that brand right for me? And they should be able to say, actually, I don't want to work with that brand, it's not, don't do it just for the money. You're doing it because you want to build that trusted reputation together. And we're definitely part of that process and making sure that those connections between brands and creators are credible and trusted, because you want longevity. You don't want it to just be a one-off thing. Once you build those partnerships and relationships between brands and creators, you want to extend those and you want to make sure that lives and lives on, and it's not just a one-off. And a lot of the time we do find that. So some of the campaigns that we've worked on, we found that when we have introduced creators and brands together to do either a partnership from an organic perspective or even paid, actually they've really loved working with the brand and vice versa. The brands love working with them, and they've kind of kept them on.
It lives on past that.
Lives on. And also they've kind of gone back to that creator and said, we loved what we did with that creator. We'd love to do more. And that's amazing to hear, right? When you think, gosh, you're going back and doing more and you're giving more back to that creator, and they love it and the brand loves it. And yeah, it's brilliant.
Excuse me. I totally agree with those points. I think it's really interesting still that we've kind of gone full circle.
Yeah.
Where I think 2020 to 2022, 23, it was, let's be data driven. It has to be about audience demographics and resonance. But we kind of forgot, and you touched on it yourself, that human connection. Yeah. And I always say influence marketing is kind of like an art, not a science. Yes, we need that data driven. We need the insight, the cultural tensions, etc. But it is built on the shoulders of inherently creative people
Yes.
that have maybe stumbled into being a content creator. I know I did back in the day. I had no idea about having an accountant and how to navigate a branded partnership.
Yeah.
But even now, and I think it speaks to our piece around authenticity, the reason we have to keep banging this drum is because we keep seeing examples of it not done well. But what I love about YouTube's position in that is oftentimes when you see a breakdown of top social media platforms for audiences, YouTube's not in the mix because it's not seen as a
Yeah.
community platform or
Yeah.
a social platform. For me, in my view, and I think this is probably something you'll agree to, not putting words in your mouth,
Yeah.
is that YouTube's always been the home of building the communities and then you disseminate that across other platforms.
Yeah.
Certainly that was best practice for influencers back in the day. You see it even now with hero examples like Logan Paul and KSI, but even down to micro influencers that consolidate their audience on YouTube and then take it elsewhere.
Yeah.
And I probably hazard a guess that the most engaged creators on TikTok, on other platforms, either have a YouTube channel or are YouTube creators first and foremost. So I guess my next question is that how do you explain to brands that come saying, oh, YouTube, everyone watches it on their TV now. How do you help brands understand that YouTube is more than just a video platform? It's that community hub. Is that a challenge?
Yeah, it can be. As you said, we're not always necessarily seen. So we've spent a long time. Firstly, YouTube is many things, right? So you're right. It's connected TV. It's number one podcast platform as well. Like it's huge from a podcast perspective, but it's also social. And I think to our detriment, sometimes it's quite hard to talk about all those things. So you have to kind of, when you talk about it in silo slightly.
Yeah.
So we've spent a long time talking about the fact that YouTube is part of an AV platform, which it absolutely is. Like the amount of people that watch connected TV, YouTube on connected TV has grown and it's huge.
Isn't it your biggest segment now?
It's now our biggest segment. Yeah,
which
exactly.
is huge.
Which is massive. It's massive when you think about it. And
then how you show up, I guess, in a living room versus being mobile first. Has there been a real transformation?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a huge transformation. And what we're seeing, which is really interesting now, is that a lot more people are watching shorts on connected TV.
Really?
Which actually blows my mind.
So they're actively choosing to watch shorts?
Actively choosing to watch shorts on connected TV.
Interesting.
Which you wouldn't get with other platforms.
No.
So it's so different because and I think the way we talk about YouTube as going beyond just video and just kind of connected TV is that it is this kind of ecosystem that lives in long form, kind of short form, social, connected TV, audio, like it does all of it.
Yep.
And so I think trying to kind of talk about it in the more kind of creator-led social space, it is happening. We're kind of making that progress, but it is just about changing perceptions and about kind of really educating clients and agencies about actually what is the role of YouTube from a social perspective. Because, and as you know, you work that side as well. It's kind of seen, sometimes social is seen as quite siloed to the rest of the media plan. So it kind of, it's just trying to have that conversation with the right people. But yeah, we're getting there.
Definitely getting there. I think, and just touching on shorts and how that plays into the mix, because I think it can be difficult for brands to understand how they can work in a holistic way across shorts and long form.
Yeah.
I mean, shorts was the biggest product launch since live on YouTube.
Yeah.
How is shorts performing? I'm not expecting you to reel off some numbers, but I'm sure internally you see them all the time.
Yeah.
Externally, we know that actually, I think there's like 10 billion plays a day.
Yeah. So I think so I think the official number is 2 billion views a day, which is huge.
Absolutely phenomenal.
But it's the amount of people on shorts is growing, like by day. And what's really interesting, actually, and I think a lot of people don't realize, is the kind of reach on shorts versus other platforms. So I think it's something like 42% of people on shorts aren't on TikTok.
So shorts engages a completely unique audience.
Exactly. That's exactly it. So, and I don't think many people know that.
No.
And I think when you speak to clients, actually, they're quite shocked by that because I think the assumption is that everyone's on TikTok.
So I believe YouTube reaches more people than Facebook in itself.
Yeah.
It's the second biggest search engine in the world.
Yeah.
Launching shorts on a platform of that established
it's going to be huge.
Is phenomenal.
Yeah,
it reaches everyone.
Exactly. And not just that, it's not a silo and it doesn't live on its own, does it? feeds into the short form, leads into the long form, and it kind of it lives, like I said, in that sort of ecosystem. So it's really unique in that sense, in that it gives you so much more, and the amount of time that people spend on the platform as a whole is huge. So you're kind of giving people a different way to kind of story tell about your brand, and different ways to kind of work with creators as well.
And I think for those that aren't aware, if you've been living under a rock for the past 4 to 5 years, creators have their typical channel, quotation marks. You can't see those if you're listening. But they also have shorts as part of their main channel. But we've also seen creators launch completely separate YouTube shorts channels as well.
Yeah.
Have you seen, or have you got an example of an amazing branded piece of shorts content that maybe Creative Works has worked on recently? If you can mention it, I'm not sure if you're allowed.
Let me have a think. Yeah, it's not. So one thing is we try not to just do shorts only, just because
it's part of a mix.
It's always part of an ecosystem, because it's part of a mix, because the more variety you have, the more effective your ad's going to be. So we always say, if you're going to create for the platform, create multiple assets, and it always will perform. I'll kind of go back to kind of something recent we've done, which has really surprised me in terms of how well it's done, and it's Experian. I'm sure they won't mind me talking about it because it's live.
Yeah.
But they did some stuff with Nella Rose. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but I think it's interesting because finance is an interesting category, right? It's quite a low interest category.
Quite a boring topic.
Yeah, I don't think people don't want to talk about it. It's a bit of a taboo.
Quite a low consideration vertical.
It's a low consideration. Experian app is talking about credit scoring. So actually there's a lot of shame in that sometimes as well. And they were really trying to talk to kind of a younger demographic, and we kind of spoke to them about kind of doing creator ads. And, we worked with kind of Nella, Chloe Burrows, and gosh, they just did such a fantastic job, and it's done really, really well. And I think that's, in a way, it hasn't shocked me, because when you see the ads, you think, gosh, these are so good. They're so unique and authentic, and really right for the platform, and really emphasizes, kind of takes on the kind of brand DNA as well. But actually it surprised me, because I was like, oh gosh, people are engaged, even though it is a financial product, and people are interested. And when you look at the kind of interest categories on YouTube, finance does come up a lot, and there's a lot of kind of financial creators on there that talk about investing, etc. And so actually it isn't that surprising that it has done that well. But I think it kind of it really pushes on the point that it's important to not only take on kind of who the creator is and take on their tone of voice, but lean into kind of formats that your audience are familiar with and familiar from like Nella's one was so Nella, and you just think, gosh, if she had done it any other way, it wouldn't have worked. But you have to lean in, you have to trust the creator that they're going to do the job for your brand. And yes, the brand should have a say, but I think just having that real relationship and collaborative approach is super important. So yeah, that for me, that was kind of one of the standout ones recently that we've done.
It's really, I think it's so, as an agency, we've worked with quite a few financial services brands.
Yeah.
With that, I'm sure you've had fun navigating those whole sort of compliance frameworks where it's a sensitive topic. There's a lot of red tape to go around.
Yes.
What we've seen is with the financial services brands, akin to what you've just mentioned, is actually they've never shown up in this way before, or they've tried.
Yeah.
But leveraging influencers and creators means they can use their tone of voice, attach their brand to it, and actually explore spaces they haven't been able to before.
Yes.
So I think that's really interesting to hear Experian, which we all know we should be aware of our credit score. We should be making all the right financial decisions. Don't make enough.
Yeah.
But it's quite a boring topic.
Yeah.
But working with creators that makes it relatable,
Yeah.
it makes it accessible, particularly to demographics that maybe haven't had the same financial literacy and opportunities to learn around it. And I think that's the sweet spot, because people are using YouTube to understand everything from DIY right up to ASMR, but also to learn how to better themselves as well.
That's exactly it.
And it gives them an opportunity. Like I said, it's the second biggest search engine. So people are working out, how do I improve my credit score? So Experian being attached to content like that is a no-brainer.
Yeah, 100%.
Brilliant. I'm pleased that's doing so well. And I think my next question was about YouTube being a cornerstone of digital culture for years.
Yeah.
How do you keep the brand presence evolving and relevant across social and own channels? So if your YouTube is the core of your strategy, There's a lot of trends all the time.
Yeah.
Do you find it hard to keep up?
Yeah, I think one of the things so there are a lot of trends all the time, and I think a trap that we tend to, or clients and agencies tend to fall into, is kind of sort of one moment trends. Like they just kind of happen. Like what is the trend that's on your platform right now? And I think my answer is always firstly, we're sort of the home of a lot of the trends that already exist. So when people kind of say, oh, we want to do something like BookTok, I'm like, wait, BookTube happened first, guys. Like it existed on YouTube
StudyTube, then
yeah,
BookTube,
yeah,
then
like it
BookTok.
all happened on YouTube first. Like all those kind of Get Ready With Me, all those kind of formats that now other platforms lean into, it started on YouTube.
I think that could be your slogan. YouTube did it first.
Yeah, YouTube did it first, right?
But it did.
we did.
Straight from the Get Ready With Me that were like 15-minute long videos.
Yeah.
Now they're sort of bite-sized like transition videos on TikTok.
Absolutely.
So,
challenge videos, all of those, they kind of lived on on our platform first. And I think and the point is, I think we like to follow trends, and you should absolutely lean into the right trends for your audience that you see and the right format. But I think we try to avoid just going for the kind of on the thing that is trendy now, because that kind of lives in the moment. We want longevity, right? And so I think we'd always advocate for that over, just like a trend that lives for a week or something.
Cheers. Agree to that. I think the amount of conversations I've had where it's saying, oh, I can't think of a single trend off the top of my head right now. Say it's a cinnamon challenge. Well, we've got to go live with something this week. So hang on, you want us to hijack this trend that is going to live for about 7 days, attach influencers to it, contract them, negotiate, pay them within the next 4.
Yeah.
And it's like, actually, let's think beyond the moment. And what I love about YouTube is that discoverability. Yes, everyone's saying that TikTok is the home of discoverable content. Back to my previous comment about YouTube being a search engine, is that content that brands partner with on YouTube can stay relevant, not just for 5 days, for weeks, months, years after.
Yeah.
And I think that's the missed opportunity. And I'm so pleased, and I don't know if you're seeing this right now, I would say that a big focus for lots of our clients has been that short form content over the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
We now know that TikTok's now focusing on up to 10-minute videos and things like that.
Yeah.
Whereas YouTube, I actually don't know if there's a limit for the amount of the length of video you can upload to YouTube
No,
beyond 24 hours.
I saw I think a branded version. I saw when Apple released all their Severance stuff for season 2, they did an 8-hour kind of work with me video, which was very clever. But have you seen Severance?
I haven't watched Severance. It's on my list.
Okay, right, okay. So if it's obviously, the innies in the workplace. So they did an 8-hour video, and I thought, gosh, that's amazing. 8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah, 8 hours. And even like kind of brand partnering with brands like creators like Lo-Fi Girl. And Nissan.
I was about to mention
Nissan did a
Lo-Fi
partnership, which was a Ride With Me one for their car, and it did so well. And those kind of things, there isn't really a limit. And I think that's what's amazing about it is that you can produce all these different lengths and types and tell your brand story, in so many different ways.
And I love what made me laugh this year at Cannes. Was how everyone was saying long form is like it's a new thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, actually, I think attention spans, we're moving from let's make it unscrollable. We want to make sure we stop on a 3-second hook to actually, Apple's just done a great ad with Stormzy that they're running across YouTube at the moment.
Yeah.
Which in my mind doesn't follow the best practice of advertising at all. It's just him talking about how he's not, his name, his font for his name on the lineup is small.
Yeah.
And then it's his music video all shot on iPhone.
Yeah.
I was hooked. I was like, this is absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
So I think our attention spans are increasing. We're recovering from post COVID world of recovering from that short snackable content.
Yeah.
There is a space for it. And I think YouTube Shorts obviously is testament
there's a space
to that.
for it.
But like you said, and I like the wording of that ecosystem, that actually we can discover new things on short form and then dive into more detail on long form.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Exactly.
We can then engage with the community on short form because we've watched a long form video, a music video or something on YouTube.
Yeah.
So working inside Craveworks,
yes,
you must have a lot of intel, a lot of inside goss of what's hot, what's not. What are some of the most interesting things you've learned from creators themselves when they've come in to speak to you about best practice and maybe that surprised you?
Yeah, actually, I think the biggest thing, and it shouldn't have been a surprise to me, but it's they know what they're doing.
Surprise!
Surprise! Yeah, they know what they're doing. Like, I think when you speak to them about best practice, they get it, right? When we talk about kind of building for attention, making sure you kind of talk about everything in the first 6 seconds before skip, like they get it, right? And call to action, all of those things. So, and I think it's just making sure that they and it's kind of building on what they know also works for their audience. So a lot of them are very confident about what that looks like for their audience. They're very passionate about making sure the content they create is right, and they're not alienating the people that do watch them, even though, by the way, that this is in a paid ad format, so it goes out to everyone, not necessarily just their audience. But
that chemistry works, isn't it?
that chemistry works, and I think they want to remain credible. So that's always been great to hear, actually. I think the other thing that working with creators, but I've learned over time, is the importance of having a mix of creators. That I think you mentioned it before, but not just going after the kind of top tier macro, like celeb like creators, right? I mean, we all love Amelia, like she's brilliant, but she's not the only one that we can work with. There's you can work with her plus a few others. And actually what we found in working with the kind of smaller micro creators is that from an engagement and conversion perspective, so if we talk about it from a ads perspective and kind of what clients actually want the people to do, like go and buy that thing or go and click on that thing.
Take an action.
Actually, the micro creators, they are very effective for those things. So we always say have a mix of creators. And so that's been, for me, a really surprising thing, is actually talking to kind of those smaller creators who, yes, they are small, but have a very engaged community and can seemingly be more authentic and credible when they talk about something.
Because they look, live and sound like
Exactly.
the people that are going to take action.
Exactly, yeah.
Totally. I mean, we advocate for a similar approach where it's brilliant to have, these tier one, these top talent, your Amelia de Moldenbergs, your KSIs, etc. They come with a price tag.
Yes.
Which is often surprising for some reason to some brands. But then that real sweet spot, and I think we touched on this earlier, around sort of mid-tier down to micro, that they look, live and sound like the people that are going to be influenced to take an action. If we're looking at this new beyond the funnel, but this advocacy loop, this how we're driving loyalty, that mid-tier seems to be the one that is actually connecting with people in that way.
Yes.
Perhaps they still have a part-time job, or they're working full-time and they make content on the side, or they're a chef and they live stream. There's people that have more strings to their bow that seem relatable.
Yes.
But that's not to say that the big name talent, like Chicken Shop Day, of course, that credibility and that awareness from partnership works. But to your point, if we're looking at that lower funnel metric and how we're driving beyond just awareness and impressions, certainly when we've tested sort of micro influencer campaigns on Shorts or on TikTok, for example, the cut through is much more effective. Often, actually, and you probably see this, we could actually speak about this at length. One point I was really interested to get into is how you're seeing creator-led brand assets perform versus typical MSA brand-owned assets that are being produced to a higher quality. I'm sure you've got a lot of A/B testing results there that demonstrate that having someone that quite personable, speaks like a normal person, breaks the fourth wall, converts better than...
Yeah, they do. So we kind of look at it through the funnel, right, in terms of brand favorability, consideration, etc. So we do find that, yes, kind of creator-made ads do very well.
So if they're actually making the content themselves, not being shot by a production team.
Exactly, if they're making the content themselves. I mean, sometimes creators will bring their own production team, right?
Yeah, of course.
But they are creator-made ads in essence. But what we find works really, really well is when you do your brand ad with a creator ad. When you have both of them together, that just,
so running simultaneously.
Exactly.
When target the same audience.
Yeah, exactly. That works really well because it's like I was saying, you're kind of adding to that ecosystem of assets. So you're telling your brand story in lots of different ways. And we always kind of say, look, build assets for your objective, right? So if your objective is awareness, build it this way. You can put your brand assets in. Creator ads can do that too, but just make sure you have loads of different ways, and that's why like that compound kind of creativity, to quote System 1, like is so important, because you're kind of adding to kind of all the like different varieties of ways that your brand is being told on the platform.
So it's not just noise, it's being strategic with it.
Exactly, yeah.
Let's do some future gazing.
Yeah, okay.
I've got a couple more minutes before we do our lie detector test.
Yeah.
Which I haven't even explained to you yet.
No,
so it's
I'm
not
scared.
It's not ominous. It's totally fine. What's exciting you the most at the moment about creator marketing?
Yeah.
And the future of it? Where are we going?
Yeah, I mean, it feels really obvious to say. There's a couple of things. I think one of the things that our CEO of YouTube mentioned at Cannes was kind of the fact that creators are now kind of it's that kind of startup kind of factor like that was in Hollywood. Like it's kind of they've got their own studios, they're kind of creating their own content, like they're becoming huge, right? The kind of content we're seeing coming out of creators is phenomenal. And like you said, the reach is massive, right? So I'm really excited to see what else we're going to see out of creators from that perspective. And then, of course, I mean, I haven't even mentioned the word AI yet, by the way. I can't believe that. I've got to get it out. Got to get it out.
If you say AI influencers, I'm going to walk.
No. I'm not going to. But what I will talk about is how creators use those tools, right, to help them be more creative and do more things. And I'm really excited to see, because already we're seeing lots of trends of kind of AI, like VO3 is being used in a lot of kind of short form content. And I'm obsessed, and I don't know why, but I don't know if you've seen it, but it's that ASMR content of that glass fruit being cut.
Yeah.
By the way,
I
could watch that for so long, and I don't know what's wrong with me. But
it's incredible.
It's
having
amazing.
AI sound gen married up perfectly with it.
It's incredible. I'm like, oh my god.
Do you watch those videos of? This is
so
really
good.
niche.
Go on.
They push bottles downstairs and see when they smash.
No, but that sounds
I'm going to
great.
send you some links.
That sounds great.
Absolutely.
I mean, I feel like it's obvious, but I love ASMR. But
and the hydraulic press that squashes thing.
Yeah, that's
we've
so
got the same
good.
feed.
Yeah, it's so good. But a lot of that is kind of now developing more and more because of kind of VO3 and AI tools at kind of at their disposal. But I'm really excited to see how creators use that to become more creative, because actually, gosh, the world's their oyster then, isn't it? Like in terms of what you then create for forget the kind of high production stuff, which will be amazing. What about the everyday stuff that we see? It's just going to blow our minds. And I'm so excited to see where they take that, because, creators are phenomenal. Like when I see how creative some of those creators are, I just think, gosh, that's just amazing. And yes, I'm really looking forward to seeing kind of where that takes us in terms of the type of content we see.
Love that. I think what history has shown us, give creators something fun, and they'll do something amazing with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Make it fun.
Make it fun and exciting. Nish, those are... That's my Apple Watch. Nish, absolutely loved going through those questions with you. I'm now really excited to introduce you to our lie detector test.
Yeah.
LinkedIn lie detector test.
Love that.
What we've done, rather obsessively, is deep dive your LinkedIn profile.
Oh, God.
Do you update it much?
Not recently.
Okay. Have you looked at it recently?
I think I've looked at a message recently I've had on it, but not
you mean
my
you're
own.
not self-obsessed?
Yeah. Do you know what? No,
Damn
I
it.
do. No, I've got to say, I do scroll a lot on LinkedIn.
Bit of stalking.
I do a lot of that. And actually I find it's kind of my other it kind of acts as, it's really sad to say. It's like I'm not on many social media platforms, so that's the one that I do go through often, which is really sad. But
I totally agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I do.
The world's too much. LinkedIn just...
Yeah, but then it's getting a lot, like the Cannes chat has been a lot recently, so I've had to kind of pull back from that, because
slightly overwhelming.
It was a lot, but yeah, I'm back into it now.
Yeah,
so.
I hear you. I feel like LinkedIn is the only part. I've deleted Instagram for a bit.
I have. I've
done a cull.
Yeah, I've done a bit of a cull, and so LinkedIn's
cull.
the one that has remained.
Yeah, for now.
And obviously shorts.
So our lie detector scoreboard, we've got Fiona from Booper at 15, top score. You can only score 15 points. She may have had some help.
Okay.
I don't know if we've got fair process here. And then right at the bottom, do you know what doesn't matter? It's me with 7 points. If anything, I don't spend all my life on LinkedIn. Sadly, I do. So Nish, I've got a few questions here for you.
Okay.
I don't think they'll be hard. I'm not going to hold this up the whole time.
Right, okay.
But I will give you your little sticky
Thank
magnet bit to
you.
write your name later on
It's exciting. It's
and
like,
your score.
it's like Top Gear, isn't it?
Just less budget.
Yeah.
Much less budget. But safer.
But safer.
But safer.
Oh, much safer.
So I've got a few sections here to power through.
Yeah.
So these be rapid fire as quickly as I
Okay,
can read
yeah.
them because some of them are quite long. Section 1, origin story.
Origin story, okay.
You began your media career as an account executive in 2005, working on both food and film accounts. Which 2 brands were you assigned to at the time?
Mondelez, well, Kraft. I think it was called Kraft then when I started. Warner Brothers?
Another one that's similar?
20th Century Fox?
Yes, congrats. You've got that one.
Woo!
A bonus point. What is the new name of 20th Century Fox since it was acquired by Disney?
Disney Plus? No, Disney 20th Century. Is that it?
That is it. Give you that point.
Okay.
That was A year ago, you announced on LinkedIn that you had completed a professional education program. What was it called?
Oh, it was I know it was by James Herman. It was like the Creative Effectiveness Certificate or something like that.
Master of Advertising Effectiveness.
There you go. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, James.
Bonus question. What was voted the most popular subject to study at British schools in 2024?
Advertising? Greater advertising?
No, incorrect. I can give you A, B, C, and D.
Okay,
Set you up
yeah.
for failure on that one.
Okay.
A, mathematics. B, English language. C, science combined. Rolls off the tongue. Or D, history.
So random. I'm going to say history. No. Maths.
Maths.
Oh,
Correct
maths.
answer.
Woo.
These bonus ones, man.
but it doesn't have anything to do
with your LinkedIn. We saw you and went STEM. There we go. Let's go.
Yeah, I know.
This is section 3,
Okay.
star-studded supper.
Oh.
In a repost from a WACL event, WACL, you shouted out 2 guest speakers. One was Bridgerton's Sharif Rashandran, who was the other?
Ashley Walters.
Ashley Walters, correct
Oh,
answer. And the
God.
bonus question was, what was the name of the WACL event series you mentioned in the post?
Oh.
Left that much of an impression?
I don't remember what the name of the event was. It was like a...
Should I give you A, B, C, and D?
Yes, please.
Power and Presence, Women Who Lead, Together at the Table, Voices in the Leadership.
Together at the table.
Correct.
Yeah, that's it.
I think I should do A, B, and C for these. So
Yeah,
makes it a little bit
please.
fairer. Section 4, creator campaigns. Last month, you were tagged in a post celebrating a creator campaign between YouTube and which brand? A, Klarna, B, O2, C, Experian, D, NatWest.
Experience.
Correct.
Yay.
Bonus question. Who is the hero talent starring in the campaign content that takes place in a school classroom?
Nella Rose.
Correct. The other options we had here were Munya, Chloe Burrows, Joe Baggs, Nella Rose. Section 5, International Women's Day icons. In March, you were listed as one of 5 inspiring women shaping the creator economy. Which other woman from the below was included in the list? Jenny Quigley-Jones, Rihanna Pratchett, Grace Beverly, Lily Pebbles.
So yeah, Jennifer was there as well because she, CEO of Digital Voices. Grace Beverly.
Correct. That was the answer we had here.
Oh,
So,
okay, great.
do you have a medal or crown for that? That's quite a big title.
Do you know what? They didn't actually
Took it in your stride.
Yeah, they didn't tell me that was going out. So I got sent it by a work colleague, and then it just spread very quickly. I was like, oh my gosh, this is. And then it was literally, I think it was like Grace Beverly, and then me, which just doesn't make sense at all.
We have Grace Beverly as the answer.
She's like just such an icon.
So are you, Nish.
Yeah. Oh well, thank you. Yeah, it was massive privilege. Yeah, to be in that list. Yeah.
Well, I've got a bonus.
Yeah.
For this one.
Yeah.
Who is currently the most followed woman on YouTube right now?
The most followed woman on YouTube right now.
Do you want a list?
Yes.
Patricia Bright, Zoe Sugg, Amelia de Moldenberg, Nella Rose.
Amelia de Moldenberg.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Zoe
is it?
Sugg.
It is. She's old school, isn't she?
Surprising, yeah.
No, but I get that. She's been on the platform for she's like
Donkey's
really
years.
grown up on the platform and like.
And her audience has gone on that journey with her.
Yeah, and so I'm not surprised by that at all, actually.
Next section is called choir practice.
Oh.
9 months ago, you shared your excitement about joining a new choir for professionals in media and advertising. What is the
Yes.
name of the choir? A, the Harmony Network, B, the Industry Choir, C, Adland Singers, D, Voices of Media.
It is Industry Choir.
Yeah, because some of those are crap.
Yeah.
Some of those are really bad.
It was the Industry Choir, yeah.
Adland Singers, though.
Adland Singers.
Sounds quite good.
You know what? I might suggest that.
The
Yeah.
Harmony Network sounds like a failed MCN.
Yeah, no. Also sounds like a dating app, weirdly. Right?
Yeah, swipe left on that one. Wait, swipe right. I don't know. And then the bonus for that, which co-founder's post did you repost? A, Nikki Siegel, B, Tasha Nicholas, or C, Catherine Salmon?
Yeah, it was Nikki Siegel.
Correct.
Yeah.
And thankfully, the last question in the list.
Oh.
Can you believe it? During Cannes Line Week this year, you said it was been flogged to death, and here we are bringing up another question.
Here we are.
Can he believe it?
Yeah.
During Cannes Line Week this year, how many LinkedIn reactions, likes, celebrates, etc., did you hand out like confetti? A8, B10, C12, D15.
Wait, how do you know that though?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty weird.
I liked a lot of
You
posts.
did, but I wouldn't say you liked the most.
Yeah, okay. So 8. What was the middle one?
A8, B10, C12,
10.
C12, C12, or D15.
12.
Correct.
12. What am I doing on there?
Yeah, no life apparently.
Why am I just liking everything?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Wish I was there.
I had so much FOMO though. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
You've got plenty of your UG colleagues were there, so you can go and get the DOS.
I know. Next year.
Next year. We'll arrange something.
Yeah.
We'll sort it out.
Please. Yes. Absolutely.
We'll insist that you're there.
Yeah.
With us.
Please do.
Okay, and then the bonus was, what's the most common emoji used in Cannes-related LinkedIn posts? A, bullseye. B, glitter sparkles. C, light bulb. D, ching ching, cheers emoji. That was D, cheers emoji.
Is that what it was? D, cheers emoji.
You got it all on
Yeah.
your own. I'm pleased to tell you, you scored a whopping 12. You are officially mediocre.
Do you know what? Love
Take
that.
it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Queen of YouTube creators.
Take it.
But mediocre at LinkedIn. Brilliant.
Thank you.
I feel like you should be exceptionally proud of your
Shall
score.
I write my 12 in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12, but brackets really 15. You won't fit it on there. Ignore
I
it.
won't fit it on there. But when you do talk about me, do say that.
Yeah, and then I'll put a little
Obviously.
crown saying that she was top voice in the creator economy.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Got to do all of that, all of the above.
First podcast.
Yeah.
First quiz show moment.
Yes.
You didn't win anything, except the most fulfilling experience I think you can take away from this.
I did win in life, really, didn't I, doing this? I
You did.
Loved it, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, Nish.
Thank
Cheers
you.
again.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Where can people find you on LinkedIn?
Yes, please. Please,
Clearly not paying her much attention.
Apparently, I'm there a lot, just liking other people's
dishing
posts.
out the likes.
Yeah, dishing out those likes, like, you know.
Batting them out
Exactly.
left, right, and centre.
So yeah, do find me on LinkedIn. Nisha Mathews.
Nisha Mathews. And thank you so much for listening to this episode. I've really enjoyed invading your ear holes today. It has been absolutely brilliant. I discovered that phrase and I'm running with it until someone tells me in review to stop saying it because it's a bit intrusive. We've really enjoyed this. As ever, please make sure you leave a review on all of your favourite podcasting platforms and give it a like. What? This isn't a YouTube. Actually, it is a YouTube video because this is going out on YouTube. So I'm expecting you, Nish, to send this to everyone at YouTube. And please watch in entirety. Put it in another tab. I don't care.
Yeah.
We want to get that average watch time.
Yeah, okay.
Up.
Will do, absolutely.
Most important metric still.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. It's a good metric to have, amongst many others, obviously.
Amongst many important
Yes,
KPIs and
indeed.
objectives to hit, but average watch time is really important for podcasts. So I think that's everything.
Yeah, fab.
Thanks for listening. Speak to you soon. Ciao.